Hey.
Hey!
This is SWD, Sistahs
With Disabilities.
where we're uplifting
Inspiring.
and enhancing the knowledge of individuals with disabilities.
Mhm.
My name is Crystal, the Blind Betty.
And I am Kim, K-I-M, Keep It Moving. Your local lady ex-pimp with a limp.
Baby, I wish this X would stop. Okay, anyway, so today we are doing our awareness show, and October is Breast Cancer Awareness. So we have a special guest today, Miss Kalima Woody.
Kalima!
Woo! Woo! And she is a 5-year breast cancer survivor. And we're gonna get to her story and let her spill her spiel and let us know life and life, because life be life. But before we start, so we started a new segment this season called People We Love.
Yeah.
And we just want to talk about and shout out the people we love.
Yes.
Today is October 22nd, and it's kind of emotional day for me and Kim. You know, we're biological sisters. And huh?
Nothing.
Ooh, baby, I wish. But today makes 2 years since we lost our sister Yvonne Underwood. Um, and 2021 was a time for us.
It was a time for me too.
Baby,
I lost my mom in October 2021.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we lost our mother January 2021.
Okay.
So when I lost my mom, Kalima reached out to me, baby. She was there, and when she lost her mom, I did the same thing, because we needed that comfort and care from somebody who knew, how I felt, because that's a pain that no one could ever kind of describe to you about how that feels. But then, in the same token, 2021, we lost our uncle, our brother, our aunt, our cousin, and our sister. And we just want to just send light and love to her kids, our nieces and nephews, because even though they're older than me, they're still my nieces and nephews.
Right,
they know
family.
Auntie grabbed their belt.
Okay. You ain't grabbing nothing.
And then also October 26th will make 70 our mother's 70th birthday.
Happy heavenly birthday, Mama.
Okay. Big shout outs to Diana. To our mom, Diana Dennis Underwood. She would have been 70 this year. So we're gonna go. Her tombstone is right around the corner from my house. It's literally 5 minutes away. And our sister tombstone is
our sister. So we're gonna go
well, our dad, mother, and sister, they're all on one slab, and then our sister Poochie is 2 slabs over. What slabs is the word? Tombstones over. So we'll go over there, celebrate, have some balloons, have a cupcake for her.
Okay.
And then also October, our aunt Gwendolyn Dennis, it would have been her birthday as well this October. And that kind of goes into what we're talking about, because she was a breast cancer survivor.
Yeah,
she actually had a mastectomy. So for people who don't know what a mastectomy is, we have a nurse here as well. She's RN. So we're gonna ask her some questions.
Give it up to the nurses.
Okay. Shout out to the RNs, baby, because y'all be working. All right. Okay. I give y'all trouble every time I'm in the hospital. I make y'all work. So we just wanted to dedicate this to the people we love. Again, so Kalima, you said your mom, it's been 2 years.
2 years.
Okay, give a shout out. What's her name?
Miss Pam. Auntie Pam. She was everybody auntie.
Okay, all right. She didn't play.
She didn't play.
Okay. So we just want to give a shout out to the people we love. Again, like we said, our Aunt Gwen, she was a breast cancer survivor, and she had a mastectomy, which she had one of her breasts removed. And she survived years after that.
Yes, she did.
So, again, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I knew last year when because our 1 year anniversary is coming up for SWD.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I knew last year I wanted to do something special for breast cancer awareness because our aunt. And then I was sitting there, we had a meeting with SWD, and I was like, well, I want us to have a guest. And I was like, ooh, I don't know nobody. And then like a day later, you posted and you talked about how you survived, you're a 5-year survivor. And I said, well, look at God, just placing it on my lap.
He put it on the floor.
Okay. So we have more breast cancer survivors that we just didn't come to you quickly, and then you came,
I didn't have any at all.
But we have family.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it later because you didn't put that on the list.
Well, I didn't know.
God put it on the list for me.
Right.
And when God
put it on the floor.
Okay.
Somebody responded quickly.
Put it on the floor.
Okay, you put it on the floor.
Okay.
And God knew. And again, we have Miss Kalima Woody. And she's actually my friend. I'm not even gonna call it, old people used to call them school friends. But no, she's actually my friend. We've known each other for over 20 years.
Yes.
But we don't look like it.
Okay.
Okay. How we known each other for 20 years and we only 20?
Okay.
Okay.
Make it make sense.
Let's do that math. But I joked and talked about how she used to help me in science class, baby, because if I still be sitting in the 10th grade right now.
Oh, goodness.
No, she wouldn't. She did.
Well, from what I heard, she was getting all her answers from you. So
why wouldn't it? She got some.
I put some fake ones down. I put the fake ones down. I didn't use all her answers. She didn't use all. Hey, Mr. Hyder. But again, we want to talk to her and let her know. I mean, well, get some information. So, as you know, we use our phone as accessibilities because I am legally blind, and Kim had a massive stroke when she was 28, and now she is 41.
41.
Ooh.
And the reason that Crystal is this really talks ahead of me.
I'm gonna
is I have aphasia. I also got these teeth in my mouth.
You wanted to do the George Washington today
because I wanted to be cute.
Okay.
I want to be cute, but anyway, I have aphasia.
Right. Difficulty speaking. If you don't know what that means.
Okay, nurse.
Okay. The nurse is coming through, baby.
Okay.
Tell these folks what it means.
Like my nurse said. I have a difficulty with certain words, or and it might be something that I know. I'm so eager to get out, and it just won't come out.
It just won't come.
And I get mad.
Did you just cluck at me? Did you cluck at me though?
Ha!
You better cluck to God. Don't cluck at me.
Ha!
Try Jesus. Don't
try
me.
Okay.
Let's get on with these questions here.
So we're gonna give you some facts about who gets breast cancer.
All right. Well, all women and men get breast cancer.
Can get
breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can get breast cancer, and usually they can increase it more. Not increase it.
Pause. Read your thing. Stop trying to paraphrase. Just read it. Read it like a book. Just put it in your hand. I already gave him a disclaimer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ready for your teleprompter?
This will be another blooper, Norman.
I'm not blooping with her. She's blooping me right now. Right. Bloop. We ready.
Okay.
So we want to give you some facts about who gets breast cancer.
Okay, well, who gets breast cancer? Men and women get breast cancer. And they usually get it when they're older. And most women are diagnosed when they are 50 years of age or older. But even though that's not really true because
we'll let the nurse tell us about the real facts because they say 50 years, but then they say 40 years.
I was going to say they say 50 years, but we found lumps in our breasts when we were like younger in age.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
Yeah, I was in my 20s and I had to
get a cyst.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
cyst too, and they were all
So that
benign.
made me think that I had a breast cancer, but it was benign.
Well, that's why they say if you have a history of breast cancer and you feel a lump, you better go run. You better
Right.
run and find out what's going on. All right, what else, Kim?
Okay. It says having a first menstrual period at a young age, younger than 12. So they're saying you can.
So soon as you start puberty, you got the chances of getting breast cancer.
Right.
That's what they said. Okay.
Okay. They say starting menopause at an older age, older than 55. Well, I hope older than 55.
I mean, it looks like it all age ranges. Okay.
Wait, great.
So, all right, that was just some. And I will go through what are some of the symptoms of breast cancer.
Okay.
The most common sign of breast cancer is a new lump or mass. A mass that is painless, hard, and has irregular edges, and more likely to be cancerous. But breast count. What? Hold on. I'm blind. Let me zoom in. Okay. Okay. Where's my zoom in button? You ain't got to edit that. I got it. Okay. But breast cancers can be tender, soft, or rounded. It is important that any new mass, lump, or change in your breast be checked by healthcare provider. Other possible signs of breast cancer that should be checked by a healthcare provider include swelling or all or part of the breast, irritation of dimpling of breast skin, breast or nipple pain, nipple reaction when the nipple turns inward. Oh, that's a new one. I never heard of that one. Redness, scaliness, or thickening of nipple or breast skin, nipple discharge other than breast milk. Okay, so we're just gonna leave y'all with a couple of those. So if any of those signs sound like you, then make sure you call your PCP, which is your
personal
primary care provider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kim, what you finna say?
I don't know.
Your personal care.
Okay, you sure finna help me.
Maybe they didn't hear
That's
that.
why I turned slowly. I was ready.
Maybe she didn't hear me.
Okay, baby. I love having the nurse in here today.
It's all good.
Okay, because usually I have to, use all 5 of 18 of my medical certifications.
Okay.
And add them up and equal a nurse. Okay.
It's all good.
Okay, sometimes you got
patients or nurses too.
Use what I'm a certified CNA. I'm a certified phlebotomist. I'm a certified pharmacy tech. I'm a certified CMT, and I'm a certified behavioral health aide.
I'm a certified CNA.
Okay. But I read the books a gajillion times. Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Okay. We got to bring Kalima on here again. I like this. Again, y'all. So we have RN, registered nurse, Miss Kalima Woody. Not just a nurse, not just a mom, not just a companion, not just a great friend, but I know her too. Yay! But again, like
a survivor. No, a thriver. Okay. A breast cancer thriver.
I like that when you wrote that to me. Breast cancer thriver. Because that's what she is. So we're going to just get into it. So just tell us some things about you.
What do you want to know?
Okay, we know your name's Kalima.
You already know that.
And you're a registered nurse. What field do you work in?
I work from home, honey. Thankfully. Okay. Yes, I work from home. Okay. I will not be going in anybody's hospital. Shout out to those that work in the hospital. Okay. Not for me. Okay. The coins are not coining right.
Okay. I can make the same coins sitting in the house. Okay. Instead of getting cussed out.
So you call people?
Yes. So I'm actually, right now, what I do is I work in quality assurance. So just making sure that the nurses are on phone calls, that they're, 100% excellent customer service. That's pretty much what I do.
So you don't do your job, and I'm going
so I evaluate calls, making sure,
That was my goal right before I started working. I wanted to do quality control because I've been doing customer service for so long. I'm ready to tell somebody what they doing.
Right. Okay.
Don't say that.
Don't, please, don't.
You ain't supposed to let them know that. Okay, and again, you said you're a breast cancer thriver.
Correct.
So, what at a young age? Because we are not even 40 yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, what made you go and get your breast checked out?
So, really, for me, I felt the lump. I was in the shower, and I just happened to be, washing my breast, and I felt the lump. And I've never been the type of person to self-diagnose. I've always been, let me go to the doctor and let them figure it out. So I went to the doctor, called my OBGYN, because in my 20s, like Kim was saying, I had a cyst. So it was, you have a network of different veins and everything that run throughout your body. So a cyst is just fluid filled, nothing concerning. The fluid can just get trapped in certain areas. So in my 20s, I had a cyst, did the same thing, went to my OBGYN, had them check it out. But this time, I think the only difference was my mom had been dealing with cancer, not breast cancer, but she had been dealing with cancer since 2012. And cancer in general is just become more prevalent than it's ever been. Right. And people like to ignore signs. So I'm like, let me just go to the doctor and let them check me out, follow the process that I need to follow just to rule out, cancer. So that's why I ended up at the doctor.
Because like Kim said, they say 50. I used to hear 40. But if you just feel a lump, just you need to just go see what it is.
Yeah, I think the textbook version of what breast cancer is kind of null and void because it's more even at a young age. Because I honestly didn't know anyone with breast cancer that was my age until I went through my journey. So I met a friend that was had just went through breast cancer maybe the year prior. So she was in her 30s or like right at 29 when she was diagnosed. And then there was a nurse, may she rest in peace, one of my breast sisters and nursing friend. And she had just dealt with breast cancer and she was in her 30s at the time. So, the textbook version of what breast cancer is definitely null and void. So if you feel something doesn't feel right, just go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Get it checked out.
Baby, I'm a advocate of always in my PCP's office.
Okay.
She knows us.
Yes, she knows me and her.
Okay, because let me cough weird. I'm going to the doctor.
Okay.
Right, right. Okay, let's see. How did you feel when you
received your diagnosis?
Yeah, when you received your diagnosis.
So initially I was in shock because I was misdiagnosed. So I felt my lump in July of 2017. My thought process was like, if it is cancer, I don't want to know right now because we were going to Disney World. My daughter was 5 at the time. So we were going to Disney World. I'm like, I don't want anything to, interact with my mental and going to Disney. You know what I mean? So I went to my primary care provider. He recommended that I go see a breast specialist. And so I made that appointment for August of 2017. Went to the breast specialist in August of 2017, told her everything that was going on. And again, this is why textbook isn't is null and void, because my breast, it was movable. My breast lump was movable. It was bouncy. It wasn't like the characteristic of what the textbook tells you. Pain. It wasn't the textbook version of what the textbook tells you breast cancer is. So I did my mammogram, did an ultrasound, and the doctor, just based on looking at the ultrasound and mammogram, said that it was a cyst, nothing to worry about. So I was like, well, a cyst. She was like, well, we can try to aspirate. So take the fluid out, aspirate the fluid. So I'm like, okay. So I'm in the office, went to have the fluid aspirated, but it wouldn't, the syringe wouldn't pull back. Wow. So what in my nursing mind, I don't know why I didn't question it, but I'm like, okay, cool, not cancerous, whatever. So she was like, well, if you want, we can have you come back in 3 months, just to ease your mind. So I'm so thankful that I went back, because in November of 2017 is when I went back, and I was like, well, the spots changed a bit. It's definitely bigger in size, like at least twice the size at that point. Nothing else changed about the lump. It was just bigger. So went back in November 2017, and about 3 days did the same thing, of course, mammogram, ultrasound, and at that point, because the lump had changed based on the ultrasound, I had to get a biopsy. So received a call about 3 days later, maybe 2-3 days later, from the doctor saying that it was cancerous. So of course I was like, what? Because I did everything that I was supposed to do. Right. So I was really initially just shocked, like, wow.
I can only imagine. So that kind of goes into what you were saying. You didn't want to know because you were taking your daughter to Disney. So how did it affect your family when you had to tell them?
Overall, I don't. Of course, your family. Again, my mom was going through cancer. I had an uncle pass away from cancer probably around 2015, 2016, so maybe a year or two before my diagnosis. So my family, it wasn't really anything that they displayed to me. It was just like, we're gonna fight this thing,
Right.
So initially, like I said, I'm sure they were scared, or but they didn't show that in front of me.
Okay. Hold on, wait a minute. Lord, I need to put this on. What you call it? Do not disturb. Yeah. Oh, that button too. Yeah, I'm surprised I even got a ding. Don't nobody talk to me. All right. Where's your question, Kim?
Okay, I was going to ask her. Did she have to go through chemotherapy?
You want to ask me what I was like, which kind I was diagnosed with?
Yes.
Oh, she skipped the question. What did you feel?
What type of cancer?
Yeah, what type of cancer? That's the next one.
Okay. So
hold on. Okay. We got clap back.
My bad. My bad.
Wait. Clap, but you didn't tell him what's needed.
He told me not to say anything when I clap. Just clap, and then he'll hear and what needs to be cut out. Okay. All right, but we're ready.
All right. So, what type of cancer were you diagnosed with?
Okay, so I was diagnosed with triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma. That was the name of it. And what triple negative means is there are 3 receptors that breast cancer are attracted to for women: the estrogen, progesterone, and a protein called HER2. My cancer, it didn't have any of those receptors, and typically this type of breast cancer is more aggressive, spreads faster, and there are fewer targeted treatment options. Okay. So it's triple negative breast cancer is typically more common in minority women under 40.
Right.
So that was the type that I was diagnosed. Of course, the worst of the worst.
Wow. So
because I was gonna say when I did the research and was going through all the videos, they said that typically minority women don't get cancer as high as white women, but that triple negative is what we receive, which is the deadliest breast cancer of them all. So even though it seems like Black women or minority women die of breast cancer a lot, it's not that it's just they have the worst.
Yeah.
But they actually said white women actually get breast diagnosis way higher than minority women. Yeah, that was crazy.
So the majority women, of course, they get higher diagnosis of breast cancer, but because again, early detection, education, and things like that, minority women are more likely to pass away from breast cancer.
Okay.
And our new word is classism. Just not having the resources or the funds of us not being able to go, back then, especially back in the days where they were not able to go and see doctors or get or could afford mammograms because it wasn't in your insurance like in the 80s. So back then, you couldn't actually, you had to pay for a mammogram.
Right.
Because it was still uncommon, you know, so insurance didn't cover uncommon type of diagnosis.
Right.
Okay.
But fortunately now that narrative has changed again.
Yes.
If you feel something, go get it checked out.
Okay, because they have a truck passing by your house real quick, and
you can get the free mammograms now.
The
diagnostic ones,
I got a mammogram last year, and you know everything came out all right. And then
I went and got a mammogram. See, when we went, we had to go back, and
we both went back for the ultrasound.
Yeah, just the knowing, the thinking, like, what do you have to tell me? What's different? Well, I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, that waiting time is something.
Yeah. So it can be, and minority women, we have more dense breast tissue, so it's harder for them to see what's actually going on, see behind the layer. So sometimes if something comes up, it could just be like a false reading. So sometimes on the mammogram, because our breast tissue tends to be dense, they have to go back and look and say, okay, did I see something, or was it just, just a
but it's
error.
like, well, when they do it, they be working you out.
Okay.
Go this way, go this, and breathe in and
hold.
I don't know about that.
What I say, put your breasts on the glass and get them smashed.
Okay. Yes, that's what you said. That was your motto.
Put your breasts on the glass and get them smashed.
Yes.
Okay, y'all better get the mammograms. We probably gonna say that about 12 more times.
Amen.
Okay, just because it's funny.
All right, go ahead, Kim.
Okay. So did you have to go through any type of chemotherapy?
Yes. So I did go through chemotherapy. I opted for whatever was going to save my life. Again, at the time, my daughter, I think, when I was diagnosed, she was, her birthday was maybe in 3 weeks. So she was about to be 6. So my thing was, if it comes back, I wanted the works. Like I wanted a CAT scan. I wanted a PET scan. Look at my bones. I wanted everything head to toe, me, please, so I can know what I'm dealing with, so I can know what the best treatment option is. Okay. So I went through all of those scans and everything. They didn't find any, other areas of concern. So and then they do a genetic test because I had no family history of breast cancer. So I had the genetic testing. Nothing, in my DNA would make me more susceptible to having a recurrence of cancer. So I opted for whatever was going to save my life. So I went through 6 rounds of chemotherapy. I had what they call a partial. It's really a lumpectomy, partial mastectomy. Basically, I just had the lump removed out of my breast once I was done with the chemotherapy, and I had radiation to the breast to kill off any residual cells that might be lingering.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Did you have any side effects due to that?
Not really. I mean, like God just kept me. He covered me. Okay.
Okay.
I worked pretty much. My work family was amazing. Again, I had a breast sister. She was a nurse that had just dealt with breast cancer. I was introduced to a friend who I'm still in contact with now. Actually, my husband, Ahmad, he knew someone who had just dealt with breast cancer around my same age. So I kind of knew what to expect and, had people just feeding me with information. So I didn't really experience many side effects. Of course, chemotherapy kills all your good cells. So it's taking everything out of you, literally wiping your system clean and building anew. So the main thing that I experienced during my chemo weeks would be fatigue, of course, weakness, things like that. Sometimes periodically I would have nausea, but nothing like major. Of course, hair loss and things like that.
Okay.
But nothing major.
Okay. Right. That was you stole my question.
I'm sorry. what was the question? We can still go over it.
I wanted to know what did you have to go through?
Physically.
So physically being not wanting to get up off the bed and stuff like that.
Nah, baby, I'm telling you, God kept me, okay?
Hey,
baby, if you don't believe and you already defeated. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So when I had to take with my job, I had to take off the week that I was during chemo, as a part of the disability leave or whatever, I had to be off so many days after. I think it was like 5 days. So I would work all the way up until my chemo day. And then I think I mainly did chemo on Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken. So from Wednesday to the following Monday, I would be off. So of course, during that period, those 5 days, I was sick, fatigue again, sometimes nausea, but not much. And then the following week, I would be right back to normal. So I would be at work taking care of patients. I worked in a dialysis center at the time, so I would be taking care of patients and on with my normal life. But like I said, the major thing that chemo caused was for me was hair loss. Hair loss, and then neuropathy. So I had numbness and things like that. Again, during the week that I was on chemo, then it would be like it never happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you keep your hair short anyway, so I know you stay cute.
Baby.
The whole time. I know you stay cute the whole time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what has been the most significant change you've seen in yourself now that you live with cancer?
I think the most significant thing is that this can happen to anybody. Right? So I think my main thing since dealing with cancer is always stay prayed up and keep your insurance paid up. Okay.
Please.
Because literally anything can happen. I wasn't expecting to be 31 at the time with a 5-year-old, almost 6-year-old, and receive a diagnosis. And then for them to tell me that, it's cancer and not only was it cancerous, they do a test that tells you how quickly the cells are dividing. So 100%, of course, is like the highest. And I think my cancer cells were dividing at like 97%.
Wow.
So they were dividing rapidly. So just think if I didn't go back in 3 months, where I might have been, I might not be here talking to you, honestly.
You would have been at a higher stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So what's a typical day now like for you?
No, it's the same as it was. Keeping, okay?
Keep it moving.
That's right, right? Okay.
You got your Kim on.
Like Miss Keep It Moving Kim, okay? Keep it moving. I mean, nothing's changed for me in my day-to-day. In the beginning, of course, there was a lot of change as far as my schedule with going to doctor's appointments and things like that. But now, typical day is the same. I work, take care of my family, and live my life. Okay.
And and I was gonna say something about that, like having a good supportive job, because some of these jobs don't care.
Yes.
Some of these jobs, okay, you sick, but can you come in?
Exactly.
And I think of like skits and stuff in my head, and I was thinking about one, and the boss was like, can you come in and do a double? And the man just kind of go off like, and if I die tomorrow, or y'all gonna put a plaque up with my name on it and say he was the best worker in the world. He came in, did triple shifts, or y'all just gonna replace me and put my position on Indeed.
Well,
replace. Okay, quickly.
Honey, so listen,
it's good when you have those supportive jobs because it make you feel bad. Because reasons why I couldn't keep jobs because I'm a diabetic,
right,
and I stayed sick,
right,
and I had to get to the insurance in order to get to the insulin. But if I can't get past the 90 days of being at the job, I can't get to the insulin. And if I can't get to the insulin, then I'm sick. Then I'm gonna have to take off on some days. And then so it was real hard for me to really keep a job and being as sick as I was as a young diabetic. So that was great that you had a good supportive job that
yes,
that was there for you.
Even the manager, my manager at the time, she took me to I think my cousin was my main, person that I leaned on when I was going through chemo and things like that. But my manager took me to a chemo session before and sat with me until my cousin came. So yeah, shout out to my support system.
Okay, yeah, it's always great to have a support system when you're going through something like that. Okay. All right. Did you have anyone or anything you turned to after being told about your diagnosis?
Yes. Again, shout out to my support system. So my family, my friends, my work family at the time. They were like, it's still unmatched. You know, I still keep in touch even though I don't work in dialysis anymore. I still keep in touch with some of my sisters, as I call them. Again, the one breast sister that was a nurse, she unfortunately, her cancer came out of remission and she passed away in 2019, but she was really helpful and instrumental in walking me through the process of what I was going to be up against. My cousin, one of my big cousins, she was there for me through every chemo. She took off. Shout out to her.
Wow.
You know, I'm forever indebted to my cousin for, you know, what she did. All of my family, not just that cousin, but all of my family was amazing. If they needed to step in for my daughter, step in and help her mom with something, my honey, my mom, may she rest in peace. Everyone was just amazing. So I really turned to my support system. Again, that being my friends, my family, my work family. So yeah.
That's so sweet.
And don't forget us Facebook friends over here.
All my friends. I'm forever indebted. Whoever, no matter how big or small.
And, you know, me just saying, because again, we known each other for over 20 years, but haven't got to see each other in 20 years. And, you know, we just had to love each other through Facebook, you know.
And that's okay. I'm sure you prayed for me. Didn't you pray for me? I know your praying self.
Yeah, you know me, honey.
You probably seen some hymns and everything.
I was in your inbox or something, you know, because we have to still show support. I mean, people think Facebook is a bad thing, but it's actually not, because it keeps us in tune with, you know, people that we know. And then people say, well, you telling all your business. No, because I got people out there who love me.
Absolutely.
And I got people,
want you to know.
Yeah, I got people out there who want to pray for me. Like when I'm going through hard stuff and when I was homeless, people wanted to know, Chris, are you okay? You got something to eat tonight? And it wasn't me telling my business saying, oh, it's me, I'm going through something. No, it's people out there who want to know because they want to pray for me. They want to love on me.
Absolutely.
So, you know, when you share your story, if I just hold my phone and I say, Lord, just, you know, keep them.
Whatever, like I said, no matter how big or small, I'm grateful for the prayers, any act of kindness, anything that was done for me in my presence, outside of my presence. I'm grateful for all of that.
Okay. Now, how did you feel after they pronounced you cancer free?
So once I was, I guess, diagnosed as, you know, cancer free, I was excited to get back to a sense of normalcy because, again, schedule changes, which, again, thankfully I had the support with my job. I was in a smaller setting. I wasn't in a hospital. I was in a dialysis center. So if I wasn't able to work, we kind of, amongst the nurses, worked it out to where when I wasn't there, the nurses would kind of fill in. The other nurses would fill in. So getting back to a sense of normalcy, and I guess not having to go to see the doctor, because every time you go see the doctor, I'm be honest, you can have as much faith or little faith, but when you're human and mentally, it's draining going in seeing these people every week or every other week or however often you have to go see them. It really gets draining in so many ways. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially too. Paying for parking, gas, and all of this stuff. So my life, it'll forever be changed because it's always that small little, you know, piece of me that's like, what about if it comes back, you know?
But did you get to ring the bell?
Oh yeah, girl, I dabbed up out that thing.
Okay.
At the time, dab was a thing, baby. Holla at you.
I'm so sensitive. If I see somebody ring that bell, I'm sitting there.
Baby, I could have I could have did that mono like you did at the beginning of the show. I should have monoed up out that mug.
Okay, then your knees will be feeling like mine, okay? Okay, so what does 5 years breast cancer survivor, or you said thriver, which I like, what does that look like? And you kind of answered it, but what does it look like now?
I mean, look at me.
Look at me now.
Look at me. I mean,
you've always been a fine dime.
I mean, I ain't saying it like that, but I'm just saying, like, again, you have to live. Honestly, you can't be defeated with any chronic, terminal. If you already in your mind or defeated, it's just gone. You're already gone. You might as well just hang it up. So no matter the number of years, even for people that are going through any illness, you have to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to live.
Now you be taking them trips. Now you be getting.
Baby, I live.
Out.
Okay.
You
I don't care if I had $20. I'm living. Okay.
You flows out. I'm not gonna take another trip. Oh, you better go, girl. Okay, I'm gonna get flued out.
Oh, flued out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you like to do in your spare time now?
Spend time with my family. Like Crystal say, I fly out, baby.
Oh.
As long as I got a little bit of change,
a
car, a plane ticket, whatever, I live.
Okay.
Live.
Ain't mad at you.
All right. Any words of wisdom or advice to any young adults that's going through this or just going through anything?
Yeah. Live. Keep your faith. Whoever you believe in. Allah, Buddha, God, Jesus himself, whoever you believe in, if you believe in anybody, keep your faith because no matter what, just live. That's the best thing I can say. Live.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the name of my nonprofit.
Yeah.
It's called Live, Living in Vessels Every Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. Shout out.
Yeah, people gotta learn how to live in the body that they have.
Absolutely.
In order to live in this world that we live in.
Absolutely.
Because if you're trying to live in a whole different body, this world ain't gonna look right to you in the first place. So okay. Yeah. I think was that the last one? Yeah, this was so good and so informative. Because like we said, it might not get shown on the full podcast, but we're gonna have to bring Nurse Kalima back, baby.
Bring me back. Yeah. We trying to run it up and viewers tap in. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
We on that goal of 500 now. We at 200 subscribers. Thank y'all. Thank you. All 210 of y'all. Okay. Who been subscribing, all the people that I bugged and made y'all subscribe at all these fairs that we've been doing. Mm-hmm. We just did a fashion show with our producer, Black Ice Cream Production, who was the host of the fashion show.
And we're going to have a reel for that too.
Okay, she did an amazing job. Okay.
Yeah. You can't see it. One thing you can't see our producer from the front.
Okay. She's a secret.
Okay. Okay.
But I really enjoyed this because I'm always trying to educate people. And since I can't, I got a whole list of medical certifications, but then since I'm blind, I can't go out there and work.
Right.
The best I can do is go take care of my 104-year-old auntie and cook her something and sing some songs with her. But other than that, I can't be out here using everything that I used to do to use to teach people. And especially with us being disabled, the first thing that come out of our mouth, you don't look disabled. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, you don't look foolish, but I didn't say that out loud. Well. So we truly, I'm speaking for myself. I truly enjoy seeing you.
I enjoyed you.
Baby, let this pink hat block me one more time. It's blocking blessings.
Thank you for. I enjoyed you, ladies, and thank you for having me. Yeah. And Crystal, you can do something. You can use this platform to educate people as well.
Yeah. That's what we started for, and it's just spreading like wildflower. Mm-hmm. Now I have people coming to me. You came up on my YouTube. Yes, God.
Yes. Tap in. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Sistahs Wit Dis. Okay. Right?
You look
okay. Baby, y'all better tap in with my people over here.
Okay. She's a real viewer. Okay. She's actually seen the show before.
Y'all better tap in.
But thank y'all again. Again, this was breast cancer awareness. Mm-hmm. So if you know anyone or yourself, go ahead and touch your breast. See if y'all got a lump. You feel a lump, go talk to your doctor. If your doctor say go get a mammogram, get your breast smashed in the glass.
Amen.
And don't be afraid. If that doctor don't say what you need that doctor to say, what I said in the last episode, fire your doctor
and find another one.
And go get another one until you get the results that you're comfortable with. So we just gonna head on out, y'all. Yeah. And I got some turkey wings in the oven. Y'all know I be cooking in the middle of filming shows sometimes.
And I be eating.
Hey,
not this time. Her nephew didn't take out enough for her. So again, subscribe, like, and share. Editing Magic. Thank you, Norman, our editor. And I think my producer, she moving like she want me to say something. Subscribe to our Instagram. Subscribe to our Instagram, Sistahs Wit Disabilities, which will be down here. Subscribe to our Facebook, Sistahs Wit Disabilities. Our TikTok, SWD, Sistahs Wit Disabilities. And again, we have a Gmail, Sis Wit Dis, SIS. No, not Keela the Bee is off today. Okay, Keela the Bee had too much honey.
She was so serious.
Our Gmail, Sis Wit Dis, SISWITDIS, which is also our tag name for YouTube. But if you looking, you found us on YouTube, SISWITDIS.
Well, I think we had a good time.
And I think we had a good show. This was
tell a friend to tell a friend again.
Okay. Yeah. This was a good show. As we say, as always, we out.
Bye.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind